Look here, he's been here not long ago. Here, fresh one. I think we frightened him.
Some local community were out looking for emu eggs and came across this malleefowl nest, and that's led to some scientific research happening down there, some two-way science actually with the local ranger group, and Rita was a big part of that. She has knowledge about malleefowl from old people and wanted to share that with the kids here at the school.
This is the emu egg. Malleefowl, they little bit smaller size, but they haven't got the shell. They only got that inside the shell, that white. You see that white one, and it's soft and spongy, no shell on it.
Wiluna Remote Community School is a two-way science school. Madu and teachers plan the learning program together, and they connect Madu knowledge with Western science and the Australian curriculum. One of the most important ways that we ensure teachers understand about the local context and also understand what families want in education is through what we call the Madu calendar. The Madu calendar shows what's happening right now around Wiluna, and it allows teachers a window into the language, into culture, but also a window into understanding what's important to people right now. How do I contextualize the learning? How do I make the learning real and relevant for our students so they can be successful in learning standard Australian English and so that they can be successful in learning science? And science is really the center point of what we do. We understand here at Wiluna that two-way science, which is the understanding of science from a Madu perspective and a Western perspective, is not only important for the student's own sense of identity, not only important for their sense of academic development, but also for the future as citizens of Wiluna and Western Australia and beyond. Two-way science we see as the key to a sustainable and strong future for us all. It resonates with the desires of the community, and it resonates really with us as teachers and humans. It's about relationships. Everything we do is about building relationships so we can improve the learning outcomes of the students. There's a complex history of education in remote communities such as Wiluna. And so we all have a responsibility to acknowledge that and make the most of the relationships that we have.
All right, now boys and girls. So the malleefowl story really originated from Anthea and Rita last term after they just learnt about it. And they were so passionate about it, they thought, why don't we bring it into the school? The kids can start learning about it. We've created a whole inquiry project on it, linking Madu culture with the Western science. And through these inquiries, we get to really have a focus on finding the Year 2, 3, 4 curriculum. You get to look at biological sciences in particular for this term, but through the malleefowl inquiry we've had physical sciences, biological sciences and chemical sciences. So it's looking at habitats, it's looking at life cycles, heat production and transfer, all different things, materials that the birds use to make their nests. It's so strong and so rich in the curriculum that these inquiry units that are on country learning, they just link up so well. Boys and girls, what do you think the nest is going to be made of tomorrow? What do you think they've made the nest out of, Tyler?
Leaves and twigs.
Leaves and twigs. Sand. Sticks. So lots of things. And where do you think they get all these things from? Are they just next to the nest?
From the floor.
From the floor?
From
underneath the ground? Oh, these are some great ideas. We'll find out tomorrow then. Good job. Keep going, boys and girls. So, Tyler, do you think the malleefowl nest will be in the tree or on the ground?
tree.
Why do you think it's going to be in a tree?
Because all birds do that.
Oh.
Some that live on the ground.
Which birds live on the ground, on the nest? Which ones do you know?
Emu.
Emu nests Can you think of any other birds?
Yeah, but it means don't fly.
Oh, so you think the birds that fly, their nests will be up in the tree? Ooh. When we're all back together, I'm going to ask everyone what they think, if it's going to be on the ground or going to be in a tree. That's such a good idea, Tyler. Boys and girls, can you stop your work? Bring it up to me if you haven't finished it yet. And come and sit on the mat, please. Boys, I've just had a really great question, and I don't know this. I don't know if Miss Anthea will know this. Nice and loud.
What do they eat?
What do the malleefowls eat? Do you know that?
Grasshoppers. Miss, how do they go at this?
I'm getting some amazing questions.
Like how they make like wood or something.
Yeah, how do they make their home?
Like rocks.
Fantastic.
What?
Really, really good questions, and we're going to find out so much information tomorrow. So we need to make sure we've got our listing ears on when we're out at Yalala.
For me, there's three elements to this idea of two-way science. There's that connection between Murdu knowledge and Western science, and there's also the conditions for that to happen, which is learning on country, which is getting kids out of the classroom with elders, learning traditional knowledge and science on country.
We got a polo layan ko polo. Talk quietly, we can't palo ko neskodo. He might have been here early this morning, early. I was Stasi Chinara. China, yeah. Well, the country is really important. That's where I first learned when I was a little girl myself. I like it on country. I even ran here. I like just taking kids and learning them. This one here you see from long time is a pankako, where he was dragging his tail looking for a nyaji too. Panka track, Kuana's tail. See with Palakujina there? He was walking around checking this track, big Yiwara. Through here he brought all them little bushes, twigs and waters to his nest there. Later on when he have it probably up to here, he'll chuck in this.
Anamita, when the little ones grow up, where do the parents go?
Families just go away, leave them. They gotta get out of that pretty over there and look after their own self. But you don't want to be on your own without your parents. You love mum and dad to be beside you. I would when I was a little girl.
Stretch! Stretch!
Measuring the malleefowl now.
All right, so boys and girls, what bird's nest are we looking at today? A malleefowl, good job. And what types of things can you see that they've put in here to make their nest? What can you see, Regina? Spinifex, yeah, Trudy?
Some leaves.
Some leaves, Ty?
Sticks.
Sticks, Freddie?
Sand.
Sand, lots and lots of sand, isn't it? So boys and girls, your job now is to pretend like you are the little malleefowls. And you need to make your own nest. So you need to have a think about gathering. What do you need to make a nest like this?
Here, look, Ngana, you got it from? Yes, one more tree. That's the next one. That tree doesn't mean any drum tree. It's got a name.
What do we now know about malleefowls? I want you to think about what questions were you trying to think about yesterday? What answers were you trying to find? And what do you now know? Freddie? They had little tracks. Do you remember what the tracks look like? Did you want to come and try and draw it? Did anyone want to come and try and tour the track? Ty, can you sit up properly, please?
When the baby grow up, the parents leave them.
Good job. So with the Science Pathway program, it really provides that link between Mardoo science and Western science, allowing us to see the connections, to see activities and resources that would link the two sciences together. So with that, Dave has been able to create resources, to create on-country learning opportunities that really help us as teachers understand what can we do with the kids here that are going to relate exactly to Wiluna context. And then we're going to go over to our next side. I'm ready. So hands-on means that they're actually doing something. They're making something, they're creating something. It's going outside, it's doing things, not just worksheets in the classroom. Some written activities need to be done, obviously, for standard Australian English writing and putting down on paper what they know. But through hands-on activities, students learn in all different areas. They're not just writing, they're going to learn other ways. So hands-on allows for all students to have that opportunity to have a go at the learning.
Instead of laying it this anyway, they sit it up like this, stand it up. There, level, no lazy work they do, they're the really busy bee. There. And then gently sprinkle that. See, gently, so they can. Otherwise, they'll crack their eggs. That's why you're going to be very gentle. Then this one comes over.
Okay, first of all, where do we find all of these things?
On the ground.
On the ground. That's right, this was all the litter that you picked up. So when the malleefowl is making its nest, it's scraping up all of that litter, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the food that the malleefowl eats is also in that litter. Yeah, Aboriginal Ranger programs are big employers in remote communities. The two-way science work that happens in the classroom builds, inquiry skills and literacy and numeracy that'll really support them in those career paths that lead to economic outcomes in the community.
I really hope that these kids can grow up and achieve all their dreams. These kids have such amazing dreams. We want to be this, we want to be that. Lots of the kids want to be rangers so that they grow up to be looking after the country, passing on their knowledge that they're going to learn to their kids and just, really achieve their dreams, which would be good.
One day they might grow up and say, oh, Nana Rita is a nice teacher to us. And I'll be very proud of myself.